Hey guys, welcome to Couch and Controllers. I'm the Shash, and I'm so excited to start playing this game. This is Firewatch. Now, this game just came out a little bit ago. A whole bunch of other Let's Players are trying to get footage of this. I don't know what to expect. From what I've seen in the trailers, it's a very beautiful looking game, and I'm so excited. I love the outdoors more than most people. Like, if I wasn't doing this in all of my spare time, I'd probably be out camping. But you know what? Let's get started. In cooperation with Panic Inc. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. You see Julia. And instantly cue the piano music. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You are Henry. You are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You're drunk. Oh, great. Okay, we could say the old classic douchey, what's your major in college, which I think is such an overplayed way to start a conversation with anyone in college, ever. So let's call her Pretty. Through our drunken lips. You're pretty. You're pretty, she says coolly. You are not. You are a future hangover. What? You reply confused. Someone should buy you a cheeseburger, she says. She flags down a waiter, and 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Best way to get in any kind of relationship, a cheeseburger can solve anything. Okay, so I am in an elevator. Let's, this is a nice looking backpack. Wish I had one of those. I can see my feet, I can see my feet. I'm sorry, guys, but I love games where you can see your arms and feet. Oh man, look at me wiggle, like, yeah. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy to the brink of down. Alright. I assume that is my truck. Just because I'm kind of a renegade, I want to see what's around here instead of going to my truck. Here, I'll skip if there's nothing interesting. There's nothing interesting at all. Oh, load gear. You might want to close the back door to your truck. You date for over 1 year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in, you share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Oh man, that's how me and Falafel are. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. I'm a huge fan of big pooches, so my choices are you pick up the beagle and she names him Bucket, or you adopt the shepherd and name him Mayhem. Let's go with Mayhem. Mayhem sounds cool. Mayhem's an excellent dog. He loves wrestling with you in the park and goes with Julia on her runs. Even though he's too big to bring to school, Julia loves him all the same. Mayhem is a friend, child, and a pet all rolled into one. That's good. I love big dogs like that. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids, she asks. Kids? They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple of little idiots. Wow. It's been a few years now, so either that would be pretty good, or one day, why rush? You know, you want to enjoy your youth, but I feel like this Julia means a lot to our character Henry. More than anything else in the world, so that would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. She is right. Ooh, do we get to see the game now? Oh, wow. Look at that sky. Oh man, I love how the clouds look painted on. I mean, I know the background is just an overlay, and some of these trees that are far off in the distance are... You can't even... Oh man, just the way that it changes color as it goes into the distance, kind of like a haze. It's so pretty. Okay, do not forget to check in. No fireworks. Thoroughfare trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. And you're in their country. Learn to live with bears. Great. So I'm going to learn to live with some bears. Cool, and we got a map. Nice. Alright. Well, we didn't get a map, but there is a map, and I'm guessing we're somewhere. I don't really know. It doesn't say. But yeah, let's get to stepping. This looks very pretty. Wow. Reminds me of Team Fortress 2. I play that game so much. That's my favorite game. Okay, 1980. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angry by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. Oh no. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. Well, okay. For those of you who aren't in a long-term relationship, like, that is something that actually happens, you know? Like, you may forget to text, or your phone will die, or... I mean, this is 1980, so obviously payphone or calling from a friend's house, but, you know, it will worry the other person, and if they get mad at you, you can't blame them, but at the same time, if they ignore you and try to just brush it off, that's, you know, that's them not wanting to upset you after having a good time, so... We're going to be nice, and we're going to ignore her for now. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. Ah, man. You make some coffee and go to work. Now, that does happen. Like, there'll be a little nugget in the back of your head that you're a little peeved, but it all works out in the end. You know, you and your partner, they love each other's... You know, you guys love each other so much, and you forget by the end of the day. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like a He-Man, or you frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. I feel like flexing would be a bit of a pain in the ass, and they seem like the kind of couple that's sarcastic enough, so Victoria's Secret model. Julia was right. You are very pretty. Oh, thank you. Oh, cool. Is it... Wow. Okay, so... wow. It's orange. It's all afternoon. Do I have a shadow? Barely. Okay, I guess they couldn't render the shadow. But they could render everything else. Still, this is so pretty. Like, I love the light effects. How it just turns everything... like a shade of orange and changes the contrast of all the colors. This must have taken them so long to make. Oh man, the sun is right over there. That is so cool. How long have I been walking? I love how I don't swing my arms much. 2 Forks Lookout. 8 more miles still. Oof. Looks like I'm going to 2 Forks. Hopping over trees and hiking to 2 Forks, looking at the sun and burning my eyelids. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking mayhem at night. Wow, so we've been together for about 7 years now. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. What are you gonna do, Henry? Mate, me, moo, fuck, dog! Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. I do too. You confront the attacker. You scare him away, or you beat his goddamn face in. I don't want to scare Julia by getting violent. And if I get violent and the dog attacks him and hurts him too bad, I could get in trouble. So, you scare him away. You reach into your pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all 3 of you. Wow, he runs away. Julie asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay, you don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. I like this backstory. It's like the entire game's backstory plans to have kids get waylaid by work. What is my work? Oh, Julie's work. Okay. Julie gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Wow. Okay, so I could either convince her not to take the job or agree if she commutes back and forth. Ah, man. I've been to Connecticut. It's very good. It's a very nice place, but it's way different than Colorado. This is a tough one. I could convince her not to take the job and she would still be home and I'd still be happy, but if she gets the job, then she'll be happy. You gotta do it for Julia, you know? You gotta do it for the wife. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that it'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. Okay, so that's like once every month. You know, that's not bad. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She's found crying in the stairwell. Oh no. This sounds like the beginning of something dark. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it, or you make macaroni and drink wine and forget about it. No, this is important. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She's 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Wow. Neat little campsite. Graphics are still rendering over there, that's neat. Am I just camping on the ground? Damn, there's so many stars in here, I can't even tell if there are any real ones. I actually majored in astronomy, so that'd be fun to point out in a video game, but guess that's not a thing. Oh, hello, Henry's penis. I guess that was Henry. The great reveal of our character. Wow. I'll have to censor that with Farmer Gay's head. Mayhem is getting older. He's got silver hair down his back and slows down at night. You and Julia walk him to the bar to see your friends, and it feels like nothing has changed. Julia goes back to the university. Okay, good. Hopefully it's, her episodes are spreading apart. Nope. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in her class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She's devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love, but after 5 minutes she goes into a panic believing her dad is at the door. Mental illness is a really hard thing to cope with for those of you who don't know. We can talk about this later, but it's hard because it's happening in their mind. I've had to deal with a few family members with, with mental illnesses, a few friends. They're people just like us. That's all I'm trying to say, and it's hard to understand for a little while, but once you do, it becomes a lot easier to cope with, is what I'm trying to say. You tell her family, sorry, we'll get back to the game. You tell her family they are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. Her mind is going. 1988, wow, it's been many years now. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple of months. If I put her in a home, it could scare her. It would scare me. So, you are determined to take care of her by yourself. I can do this. I'm strong, Henry. I can take care of my wife and her mental illness. Wow, I've been hiking quite a bit. Oh, maybe I should go this way? Is it? Oh no, up here. Okay. Whew, I was confused. I assume there isn't a run button or crouch button. This is nice though. I'm really loving the view. I'm loving how all the trees change. Went from something to birch and ooh. Can I zoom in? I can't. Oh, what was that? He just did like a reverse headbang. Okay, back to the game. Sorry, guys. It is impossibly hard. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. When she goes to sleep, you stay up for a few hours, drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer, college basketball in the winter. Drinking then, too. I'm developing a problem. You start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. You put a chair in front of the bedroom door, or you trust that she sleeps like a rock. Well, if she were able to get out of the room, it is possible she could get out of the house and get hurt. But if I trap her in the room, she could hurt herself by going into a panic, in that sense. So, we trust that she sleeps like a rock. You go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time, you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 a.m. a couple of nights a week. You look forward to those nights. 1989. Wow. One night you are stopped at a DUI checkpoint. You blow a .10 and are taken to jail for the night. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law Susan. Wow. Julia's parents take the next plane from Australia. They cannot believe the state your house is in. They tell you that Julia is coming to live with them. You don't argue. You say you'll visit soon. A few weeks go by. Summer is coming, and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. Wow. Wow. I think that's my tower. Anyway, guys, that's actually all the time we have for today's episode. I will record more of this very soon. This is a very promising game. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And for those of you who are watching the Amnesia videos, I know it's been a little while since I uploaded a new one of those. I'm uploading it very soon. It's hard to get in the horror mood when you're thinking about games like this, though. So yeah, don't forget to check out our Facebook and Patreon page, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Not sure what it's going to be, but it's going to be awesome. Peace.